Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Abhishek Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Delhi police arrests associate of Pulwama terror attack mastermind. In Jammu and Kashmir, 7 terrorists killed in different counter-terrorist operations since yesterday. The International Monetary Fund says India is one of the fastest growing large economies with about 7% growth in the last 5 years. British Prime Minister Theresa May welcomes EU decision to postpone Brexit beyond 29th March. And in football, India will face host Nepal in the final of 5th South Asian Football Federation Women's Championship today. The Delhi Police Special Cell has arrested Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorist Sajjad Khan, who was an associate of the mastermind of the Pulwama attack, Mudassir Ahmed Khan. He was arrested from the Red Fort area last night. According to the police, Sajjad Khan was in contact with the mastermind of the Pulwama attack, Mudassir Ahmed Khan, who was killed in an encounter on 11th March. It has been found that Sajjad Khan moved to Delhi before the Pulwama attack that killed 40 CRPF Jawans in Jammu and Kashmir on 14th February. He had been hiding in the city since then. In Jammu and Kashmir, 7 terrorists were killed in 4 different counter-terrorist operations in 3 districts of Baramulla, Bandipora and Shopian during last 24 hours. 7 security personnel, including an officer and few paramilitary troopers, were also injured during the encounters. Officials said most of the slain terrorists belonged to LET and Jaish. They said gunfight is still going on in Shopian and Sopore areas as some more militants are still holed up. The International Monetary Fund IMF has said India has been one of the fastest growing large economies in the world, with growth averaging about 7% over the past 5 years. IMF asserted that the country has carried out several key reforms in the last 5 years and more reforms are needed to sustain the high growth. This was stated by IMF Communications Director Gary Rice while responding to a question at a news conference in Washington last night. He said that the details about the Indian economy would be revealed in the upcoming World Economic Outlook WEO survey report to be released by the IMF ahead of the annual spring meeting with the World Bank next month. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today slammed the opposition, saying that they insult the armed forces time and again. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said that he appealed to fellow citizens to question the opposition leaders on their statements. Using the hashtag Janata Maaf Nahi Karegi, the Prime Minister attacked Sam Pitroda, who looks after Congress Party's overseas affairs. He criticized Sam Pitroda for kick-starting the Pakistan National Day celebrations on behalf of the Congress, ironically by demeaning India's armed forces. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley also criticized Sam Pitroda for his remarks on the Balakot airstrike. Speaking at the BJP headquarters, Mr. Jaitley said Pitroda believes what India did was wrong and no country, not even the OIC, Organization of Islamic Cooperation, criticized the airstrike. Mr. Jaitley said, unfortunately, such people are ideologues of a political party. Earlier, Sam Pitroda questioned the death toll in the Balakot airstrike and later said he respects government's decision. In Bihar, Grand Alliance comprising RJD, Congress and its allies will declare its seat-sharing deal this afternoon in Patna. Tejasvi Yadav of RJD has been authorized to announce the seat-sharing details. On this occasion, leaders of alliance partners will also be present. Mr. Yadav claimed Grand Alliance is intact and there are no differences over seat-sharing among the parties. According to party sources, out of the 40 Lok Sabha seats in the state, the RJD and Congress will contest in almost 30 constituencies, leaving the rest to partners. In Assam, political activities are gradually gaining momentum. BJP has declared 8 candidates list yesterday. State Power Minister Topon Kumar Gogoi will contest at Jorhat and Deputy Speaker of State Assembly Kripanath Malla at Karimganj seat. The party has given ticket to former Guwahati Mayor Queen Ojha in the prestigious Guwahati seat. The party has alliance with Oshom Gana Parishad and Bodolan People's Front in the state. The National People's Party has declared a list of 5 candidates at Silchar, Tezpur, Kaliabor, Jorhat and Dibrugarh. The Congress has also started campaigning in Assam. Congress has given ticket to former State Minister Pradyut Bordoloi at Nagaon, former bureaucrat MG VK Bhanu at Tezpur and sitting MP Gaurav Gogoi at Kaliabor seat. Assam has 14 Lok Sabha seats. In Odisha, the BJP has released the first list of candidates for 100 seats out of 147 assembly seats. Several leaders who recently joined BJP after quitting BJD have been given tickets. The list includes Prakash Behra, Damodar Raut, Kusum Tete and K. Narayan Rao. The party has also given tickets to 7 women. The elections for 147 assembly seats in Odisha will be held in 4 phases starting from 11th April. The BJP last evening announced that former bureaucrat Aparajita Sarangi will contest from the Bhubaneswar Lok Sabha constituency and Union Tribal Affairs Minister Yuel Orang will contest from Sundargarh again. The government has decided that it will not send any official representative to the Pakistan National Day event at the Pakistan High Commission in New Delhi. Sources said the decision came after it was found that Pakistan has invited separatist leaders from Jammu and Kashmir for the event. Sources added that in view of Government India's stance, its officials are expected to stay away from the event. Bihar is celebrating its Foundation Day. A report.
It was only this day in 1912 that Bihar was carved out of Bengal presidency. On this occasion, different programs will be organized during 3 days Bihar Divas celebrations. This morning, Prabhat Feris were taken out from different schools across the state. Schools also held competitions among the students on various topics. Cultural programs are being organized at every district headquarters, and Election Commission today organized a voter awareness rally. With KK Lal from Patna, Gaurav for AIR News.
President Ramnath Kovind and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have greeted people of Bihar on their statehood day. In a tweet, Mr. Kovind said he fondly cherished the warmth and affection of the people of Bihar. He extended best wishes to the state for a bright, prosperous and peaceful future. In a tweet, Prime Minister Modi wished that the state will continue to establish new benchmarks in development. Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has slammed the Congress-led UPA for the vicious theory of Hindu terror, which was coined during the UPA government. In a blog, Mr. Jaitley said that the compulsive contrarians adopted it, and Wednesday's verdict by the court has judicially put the last nail in the coffin of the so-called Hindu terror theory. He said it was a conspiracy to give a bad name to the otherwise liberal majority community in India. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
News Services Division of All India Radio is broadcasting a special live program, Janadesh 2019, on the developments related to the upcoming General Elections 2019.
Tune in to the FM Gold channel of AIR from 4:05 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. every day till the announcement of results to listen to this special program.
British Prime Minister Theresa May has welcomed the EU decision to postpone Brexit beyond 29th March. The UK will be offered a delay until 22nd May if MPs approve the withdrawal deal negotiated with the EU next week. In a press conference along with European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker, European Council President Donald Tusk said that the British Prime Minister Theresa May has accepted the offer from EU.
I will make every effort to ensure that we are able to leave with a deal and move our country forward. Getting the deal through next week in a meaningful vote means that we can have that extension to the 22nd of May, get our legislation through, deliver on the referendum, leave the European Union and do it in an orderly manner.
Today is World Water Day. The day focuses attention on the importance of fresh water and advocates for the sustainable management of freshwater resources. A report.
World Water Day is an opportunity to learn more about water-related issues, be inspired to tell others and take action to make a difference. Each year, UN Water, the entity that coordinates the UN's work on water and sanitation, sets a theme for World Water Day, corresponding to a current or future challenges. The theme for World Water Day 2019 is Leaving No One Behind. The day is held annually as a means of focusing attention on importance of fresh water and advocating for the sustainable management of freshwater resources. Gulshan Rawat, News Desk.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu called on people to pledge to work towards achieving access to safe water for all. In a tweet, Mr. Naidu called upon everyone to promote sustainable management of freshwater resources and conserve and rejuvenate all rivers and water bodies. The Vice President said, water is a basic human right. He said, apart from ensuring safe water to all sections, there is a need to sensitize everybody, including school children, on the necessity to conserve every drop of water through reduce, reuse and recycle water campaigns. In China, the death toll in the explosion at a chemical industrial park in Yancheng, Jiangsu province has risen to 44 this morning as a number of people succumbed to their injuries. Officials said the explosion occurred yesterday following a fire in a fertilizer factory. The Ministry of Emergency Management said 88 people have been rescued from the site. Eyewitnesses said several workers were trapped after buildings were knocked down by the blast, which took place in a pesticide plant. Jiangsu Tianjai Chemical Company, which owns the plant, was established in 2007. Its business includes the manufacture of chemical products such as hydroxybenzoic acid. Cash-strapped Pakistan will receive over $2 billion loan from China by Monday to provide a boost to its ailing economy. Pakistan's Finance Ministry has announced that all procedural formalities of the transfer of the $2.1 billion loan being provided by the Chinese government have been completed, and the funds will be deposited in the State Bank of Pakistan's account by Monday. Pakistan has received $1 billion each from Saudi Arabia and the UAE as part of the bailout packages by the two Gulf nations to help shore up Islamabad's dwindling foreign currency reserves. Islamabad is also in talks with the International Monetary Fund (IMF) for a bailout package. Benchmark domestic indices today logged marginal losses, snapping winning rally of 8 sessions in afternoon trade. Sensex 30 and Nifty 50 both fell 0.1%, even as cues from Asian markets were positive. The Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange slipped 35 points to trade at 38,352. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange was also down 8 points to 11,513. However, the rupee at Forex market appreciated 6 paise to 68 rupees and 77 paise against the US dollar. In football, 4-time defending champions India will face hosts Nepal in the final of the 5th South Asian Football Federation Women's Championship in Biratnagar, Nepal today. The match will begin at 2:45 in the afternoon. More from our correspondent.
In a short while from now, two best teams from South Asia will clash for the title. Defending champions India had won all 4 editions of the tournament so far, while Nepal did not get any success despite thrice reaching into the finals. Since 2010, both teams had played 10 matches. India won 7 and Nepal just 1. 2 games ended in a draw. Recently, Nepal has performed better against India. In November 2018, 2 teams played a 1-each draw. While at the Hero Gold Cup in Bhubaneswar last month, Nepal defeated India by 2-1. Keeping in view the result of these encounters, the final is expected to be a thrilling one. Rajkumar, AIR News, Kathmandu.
India has bagged 368 medals, 85 gold, 154 silver and 129 bronze at the Special Olympic Games in Abu Dhabi, UAE. With a record medal haul, India topped the medals tally at the Games. Speaking to Prasar Bharati, the head of the Indian delegation, Victor R. Vaz, attributed this success to the country and the parents of all the special athletes. Prime Minister Theresa May has congratulated the Indian medalists. In a tweet, he said, "It is a proud day for the country." Mr. Modi said, "The fortitude and accomplishments of the sportspersons will inspire millions." The 8-day extravaganza finally drew to a close in a spectacular ceremony last evening. The next Special Olympic Games are set to take place in Sweden in 2021. And now before we close, the headlines once again. Delhi police arrests associate of Pulwama terror attack mastermind. In Jammu and Kashmir, 7 terrorists killed in different counter-terrorist operations since yesterday. The International Monetary Fund says India is one of the fastest growing large economies with about 7% growth in the last 5 years. British Prime Minister Theresa May welcomes EU decision to postpone Brexit beyond 29th March. And in football, India will face host Nepal in the final of the 5th South Asian Football Federation Women's Championship today. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. With that, we end the Midday News.